all out to this teaching on this holy Sabbath of the Most High Yah. I'm Pastor Corey here with the Straightway Ministries here with Straightway Kansas City, and we are blessed to be here today. We have a very, very interesting subject that we're going to be talking about, seeing that we've already put down the demo of part 1 and part 2. And we ask that you all be blessed behind the hearing of the word, because this word is in our ears, saints, that we hear and that we do. It's the word of the Most High Yah. And I'm excited because not only are we hearing, but we have those who are having an opportunity to watch the studies and the teachings. They are hearing the word of Yah, and they're being blessed behind it. So, all is well. All right, again, the title of this message is Men and Their Helpmeets. This is part 2. Go ahead, Brother Miguel. All right. Shabbat Shalom, Israel. Happy new first moon. So I want to wish you all the best. We're at the top of the year. We know who we worship. We're not giving no honor to Janus, which is January. This is the month of Abib. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. This honor to Yah, man, because he restoring us. We remember years ago we knew nothing about this. And now we can call it to mind. And give Yah the honor and glory and the esteem that he deserves. Let's go ahead, my brother. All right, we're back at it again, brothers and sisters of the faith. And we back at where we need to be, because it's important for us to begin to build up the house of Yahweh in righteousness. Wouldn't you say?
Yes, sir.
Right? See, it's on us. You know, looking at the great charge that's set before us. This ain't going to be an easy thing, because people are not going to agree with nothing that we do, because it's foreign, it's not known to them, and this is not the way of the masses. This is the narrow path. All right, let's go. All right, our purpose today, all right, is one, to look at the first order of creation in man, then woman. Did y'all hear that? So I want the sisters to read that. All right, that first point right there. All right. What does it say? Look at what?
Look at the first order of creation in man, then woman.
All right. Now, man, then what?
Woman.
Well, that seems like a hard task. Everybody, we gonna make it?
Yes, sir.
All right. Wasn't that hard work? Just like class, remember? Second grade had us read together. The cat ran fast. All right. Anybody got a problem with I put up there, Sister Bree? Man, then woman? Is that a problem? Sister Ida? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's what's in the book, ain't it?
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, okay, we just making sure now, you know. Hallelujah. The second point, to search out the authority from the heads. You got to search out what that is. Why? Not because we want to just rule over women, but guess what? Do we have men ruling improperly?
Yes, sir.
Don't we? Yes. Improperly. Don't know how to treat. Don't know whether you have a wife of excellence. See, when you can't walk in excellence, then you can't identify the excellence in your wife. Right? Therefore, you rule with an iron fist for no reason. Mm-hmm. All right?
True.
The other point, The purpose for men not being alone, and the other one, order of the house, which is going to be really, really important. All right, let's roll. Right, the biggest points of part one for us to learn, that we should have learned and understand is what? Know our roles, know how to structure, know what order and disorder is in the house of men. Let's go. All right, let's look specifically at man and woman and the form that they were created in. Let's go ahead. Let's roll. All right. There is a great understanding in creation of men and women that should be passed on to all generations. Now, let me stop right there. I said it should be passed on to what?
All generations.
All right. So then let's look at the condition of the world. Let's talk about families, because we all grew up in, I don't know about you all, but let me take that back. I know I grew up in a dysfunctional family. A dysfunctional family is when you don't have a head, and when you don't have order, and when you have single parents, and when you do what you want to do. So I mama went to work about 4 o'clock, and after that, boy, it was on what? Y'all. Wife mama ride off. Yes, ma'am. Boy, hit that door, boy, like nothing ain't happened. Till you see mama circle that block right on back around. It's like, seen a ghost. How many of you all grew up in dysfunctional families? Raise your hand. Why do you say it was dysfunctional, mother?
Because we had no head in our house. It was a matriarchal family.
Gotcha.
Even though I had grandparents, grandfather, it was still my grandmother who ruled everything.
All right. What about you, Sister Kim? Did you have your hand up?
Yes, sir.
Y'all had that silver spoon, didn't you?
Absolutely not.
All right, hallelujah.
Right off the mud.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Why would you say it's dysfunctional?
It was dysfunctional. My father was not in the home. He was in and out, and it was just very chaotic.
So now let's listen to that. Let's go with that. See, on the basis of Yah, there is the houses, right? Then the houses are within the clans. And the clans are within the tribes. And the tribes are within the congregation. Therefore having a holy nation. But see, when we go all the way down to the breakdown, how many of these children in here are already starting on the mark with single parents? How many children here are already not getting instructions from a head, from a man? How many children are vice versa? Was the man by themselves? See, this is what America looks like. Right?
Yep. Yep.
And so therefore then you end up, in situations like we did, where we kind of made up our own. We had rules, but outside of mama's rules, which we didn't listen to really till we was in her face. I was talking to Vince about that just recently. Well, we put her through it, didn't we? Put her through it. I just know she was tired, boy. And that's why I refuse. I know I got a lot of boys. I know it's every week. It ain't 1 week that I ain't got to talk to them. So in seeing that, then I know where we at. In the fact that we are the ones, you the generation. This is why you're sitting here in this teaching, because Yah had originally desired that when you arise in the morning, and when you sit at the dinner table, and when you walk by the wayside, and before you lie down at night, that you do what? That you teach the commandments. And that you teach it to their children's children. And they teach it to their children's children. And even those who are not yet born, that you should teach it to their children's children. So Yah's word was meant to go to every generation. But yet and still we have failed because we are not ordered by Yah. See, we all have, like I was talking to the men last night, we all called to do this. So we got a great mission. And it don't look like what you think it should look like. See, in everybody's head, you've come in and you've learned about the way in some capacity. And you don't necessarily know what that thing is for sure. But in your head, you have a thought about how you should walk and what should be. And that's where we got to be really careful of to make sure that we are doing diligence, because Yah secures us in his way. He secures us greatly and keep us tied to a way that is right if we would desire to do so. All right, does that make sense? All right, I said what I said for a reason. We can ready to roll now, brother Keith. You hear me? Everybody doing good. Everybody in a good mind and good attitude, and everybody all right. Is there anybody that hate me? All right. Let's do it, brother again. All right. Prayerfully, with the might of Almighty Yahweh, we will begin to be delivered from the ways of the nations. All right. And from the hellish pagan likenesses that don't resemble restoration of the holy nation. Is that too hard to understand, Station? All right, let's go. All right, the meat of Genesis 1 and 2. These are the reading areas that we're going to be digging into. Genesis 1 and 2, all right? Here, we will look to understand three areas to help men understand how to build houses and women how not to pluck it down with her bare hands. Y'all hear this? Yes, sir. So these three areas that we're going to get into is underlined, and you'll know when we get there. They are designed to help men know how to do what?
Build houses.
Build houses. And women to do what?
Not to pluck it down.
All right? How not to pluck it down with their bare hands. See, when I talk about dysfunctional families, how many of y'all seen them unruly mothers? Raise your hand. They cut your dad down, your husband, and cut them down right there, boy, where they stand. I done seen it. All right, let's roll. In receiving this understanding, we will begin to see holy unions formed and the foundation of Yisrael restored. All right? So, again, in receiving this, what's receiving? Mother saying, what is receiving? Like just looking at it on the screen, say, all right, I saw it. Is that what it is? Brother Ron?
Yes, sir.
Then what's receiving, Sam?
Taking what's given to you.
That's right, taking it. What is it, Brother Snow?
Pretty much, I touch and agree, accepting something.
Accepting it or applying it. Right? When you receive, then that means you're going to, all right, I'll apply this now. Now, this has become a part of the ways I must go, the way I must walk. Let's go. Right. No, when I say men building houses, I am referring to husbandry. All right, here we go. We go a bag of treats for the men. Claiming ground to feed and raise up a family to Yah on. So you claiming good ground. Finding a helpmeet. You hear that? Multiplying his seed greatly. Producing much fruit. Leaving an inheritance and a good name to his house, who will help to continue and expand his house. Y'all see this?
Yes, sir.
Y'all see it?
Yes, absolutely.
Does it make sense, CJ?
Yes, sir.
See, this is a bag of treats, so you that should be a part of your concern. Because if you go to the club, you do this, man. Do that mean that fit this?
No.
Right? See, you gotta. This is purpose. This is how you begin to raise up them little seeds over there. Where they understand this, so you ain't just out looking, you know what I mean? And the ones that looking at you to distract you, you giving no heed to. All right, let's go. Know that when I say for women not to pluck down a man's house with her bare hands, I am referring to wives. Submit to the authority given by Yah. So now, I put this for a reason. Mother, this is right here. Look. Because this we about to dig into this. All right? Fulfill your role of doing what?
His desires.
His desires. See, this is all out the book. See, this right here, this is a change in perspective if you hear. And if you watching this video, or if you are finding this video on YouTube and you come, I need to see right now, you can't do no talking. You got to go through the book and get the understanding so you know exactly what it is, because it's really simple. It's really simple. Did you get your husband pregnant, mother?
No, sir.
So exactly. You had the children that you had, right? That was your role, so you can't come in and change it. That was given by Yah. You know that, right? So is everything else. Form and function. It's both given by Yah. All right. Help the one who choose you to meet the requirements of maximizing his talents given by Yah. That's what I'm referring to. You got to help the one. Maximize. Right? Remember, look what I said. Remember I said maximize. All right? Let's go. All right, saints, in simplifying back to our original design, we bring forth much fruit and fulfill Yah given our portion in the earth. All right? So, in this, when we go back to the simplicity in which we was designed for, then we find ourselves having our hands on the portion that we was already given. So, in the analogy that I gave in the beginning, I said first there are the houses, right? Then the clans. All right? Then the tribes. Then the congregation. So we fulfill that. We do our just due in bringing together a mass group of holy people. Righteous ones who are walking the face of the earth. All right. What did you say?
3 years to explore.
All right?
Being one flesh.
So now, this is what's getting ready to be powerful. Just to break down on this, I don't even want to go to the next screen yet. In fashioning. Let's talk about that before we move forward. Fashioning, Sister Stacy. Fashioning. Fashion. What is fashion? A statement, right? Is that according to the word? Statement. Fashioning. It's how you're made up, right? It's what sets you apart. How you're made up. You hear that thing? You're made up a certain way. I don't care what you learn from parents, from friends, college roommates. Well, she did this. It don't matter. It's how you're fashioned. Are you fashioned to be a Helpmeet, Brother Ron? To help somebody maximize their talents that y'all gave them?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, hold on. Then we'll turn the camera back on. Hey, somebody be in there.
Yes, sir.
Go to the next one.
Right, authority and instruction. Right? You got authority and instruction. That's another aspect. That's another aspect. Being one flesh. You definitely got to explore that. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Y'all sure? But this the question. Are y'all going to do it? Are you going to be more obedient? Or are you going to do it? Sister Jasmine, are you going to apply this today in your house?
Yes, sir.
Third? Sister Kim?
Yes, sir.
Sister Bree? Well, hallelujah. We talk about that after Sabbath. I said, Sister Bree, who's she married to? I asked her, so what they going to apply this after Sabbath? Here we go.
We practice it now.
All right, let's go to the next screen, Brother McGill. All right, differences in fashioning. Let's read first. Let's hear. All right, let's open up to Better Sheep, chapter 2. All right. Everybody got that? I hear the cane. Cane.
What was the one? Kim.
All right, there we go. Genesis 2:7. Let's go.
And Yahweh Elohim formed the man out of the dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils breath of life. And the man became a living being.
All right, now notice Yahweh formed. Who?
The man.
All right. Let's go to Genesis 2:21 and 22.
So Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall on the man, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh in its place. And the rib which Yahweh Elohim had taken from the man, he made into a woman, and he brought her to the man.
All right, now. And Yahweh made. So, in this, see, we got, because this is Yahweh, because everything that he do, these are choice words. Y'all hear me? These are choice words. And so in this, notice he took from. Right? He took from. Let's go, brother. All right. Adam and Eve had two different manners of being fashioned by Yah. So they had different manners of being fashioned. Two different manners of being fashioned. Two manners of being fashioned. Two different. Two different. All right? Adam, formed. Yatsar. All right? How you say it, Brother Snow? Brother Mark?
You got it.
I'm getting it. Getting the tongue getting better.
Yeah.
See, that was that Sade. Yatsar. Right. Okay, boy, look. Watch. You're here. I'm going to be playing the guitar, speaking Hebrew. Watch.
Hallelujah.
Right? Look what it says. To be what?
Ordained.
Y'all hear me? See, you got to stop right there. Because look, this is what we're talking about. How you was fashioned. Who fashioned you?
Yeah.
Okay? Eve made. He took a rib from Adam and did what? Made. But now, to build or rebuild, establish, cause to continue. So what he took from Adam, right? He built. Rebuild Adam in an extension. Gave him one that's going to help establish the other part of himself. To cause Adam's purpose to continue. Y'all see this?
Yes, sir.
I ain't making this up. This what's in there. You see that, Heidi? So you shouldn't be standing up arguing with your husband. In a righteous manner, though. In a righteous sense. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Because look, this is Yah did this. Yah said this way he did. The man was preordained. Whatever Yah was going to have him do was preordained. Only way he don't do what he was preordained to do if you come and change his mind. If you come in with that mess. Right? That mess. You hear me? That's the only way. He was already purposed. So you see what's happening when these two come together? You come and helping him to do these things. Right here, just in definition. Just in taking the word from its original form and finding out what this is all about. So when we looked at Ish and Ishai, right? We saw that. Then we go back into where Yah was taking the first people, and the very first people that he brought about. Look at this. This is what we got from it. Let's go. Was that powerful, Sister Kim?
Yes, sir.
Right? Is it powerful, Brother P? You got to quit getting these dudes, brother. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it. Right? Authority and instructions given to man over his helpmeet. Now we digging in. All right, let's go. Genesis 1:28.
And Yah blessed them, and Yah said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth.
All right, let me ask the question. Did Yah only mean that for Adam and Eve?
No.
Because when Noah got the ark, that's the same thing he told him. Didn't he?
Same thing he told him.
Right? What did he want Israel to do? He want Israel to be what? The head or the tail?
The head.
He want all nations to do what? Flow to the house of Jacob, right?
Yes.
See, he talking about Israel ruling the earth. That's what the kingdom is about. You're going to rule the earth, right? So the seeds that you bring into the kingdom, if you bring one seed, or if you bring 6, or if you bring 20, or if you bring 70, like Gideon, that's what you added to the kingdom. That's what you added to the kingdom. If they all be righteous, right? And under your gift and your purpose and your talent, as many as you bring that do righteous is added unto your house. That your house have served Yahweh well. That's what it's about. Y'all hear me? It's a whole nother thought. That's what the reward is at. In your house, serving Yahweh. You have brought about a righteous house. Y'all love that. He loved that. Do you remember who got in trouble because they allowed his sons to just run amok?
Eli.
Right?
I say Eli.
What did y'all punish him for?
Not ruling us.
But having respect to them over you.
That's right.
Letting his sons turn the daughters into whores.
Did he know?
Yeah.
Yeah, in front of the people.
You see what I'm saying? You see that? See what we're talking about. Dysfunctional house. Here you was purpose, but you did not rule in purpose. Y'all was getting ready to kill Moshe. Why?
That's right.
Because he didn't circumcise his son.
That's right.
So who did? Boy, you see that? And Yah withdrew. That's what it said. And Yah withdrew. He was getting ready. He sought to kill Moses. But Zipporah circumcised their son, and Yah withdrew. You see that? See that help me? Right? You see what I'm saying? See, that's what you got to be. See, we just putting it out there. It's all in the word, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Genesis 2, 16 and 17. Let's go.
And Yahweh Elohim commanded the man, saying, eat of every tree of the garden, but do not eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. For in the day that you eat of it, you shall certainly die.
All right. You heard what he said. So here's a command. All right. That he gave him. That should have been followed. Y'all was expecting him to adhere to that word. All right, let's go. Genesis 3, verse 17 through 19. Let's go.
And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife.
Now wait a minute. You heard what he said? See, wait till we read this in Josephus. Boy, it's gonna just blow your mind. Because it's gonna add value like you wouldn't believe. Let's go.
And hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Curses the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns and thistles, and also thistles, shall it bring forth to thee. And thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it thou wast taken. For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return.
All right. Now, let's go to Genesis 3:16.
To the woman he said, I greatly increase your sorrow and your conception. Bring forth children in pain, and your desire is for your husband, and he does rule over you.
All right, now, so you see what happened. So he told Adam, because you have done these things, this is what I told you to do. You did not do that. And because you didn't do that, here's what you are subject to me in. He didn't subject Eve to him. Y'all didn't subject Eve to him, did he? Y'all subjected Eve to who? To who he made him, who he made her for. You get back over there, and this is what you're going to do. You see that? He kept the same order. Ain't that right, Brother Pete? He didn't change that around. He said, because Adam didn't do right, he listened to you. Now, this is what you are going to do for me. No, Adam, you're going to get out there, and you're going to go do this in the field, and this is what's going to happen. And Eve, because you have done this thing, he will rule over you, and your desires is to be where?
To him.
All right. So let's ask the question again. Is that for Adam and Eve only? Is it sir? Sisters? Anybody object? What you say, Heidi? What you think? That's it, ain't it? It's firm in stone, ain't it? All right. Rule, all right? Masha'al, all right? From the BDB, to have rule, dominion, reign, to rule, to have dominion, to cause to rule, to exercise dominion. Now, here's my question, because it said to exercise. How many men have desires? Raise your hand. Have you made it known to your wife? Will you make it known to your wife? All right, well, let's move on then. All right, Proverbs 31:3. Let's go read that, my brother.
Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
Now stop. Nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. Listen to the wisdom, because kings have a lot in their possession. Then I remember reading where we was in. I forget which book in the Apocrypha. I ain't read it in a long time, but it was talking about how the woman sat on the king's lap and she took his crown. Maccabees. Is it Maccabees?
Mm-hmm.
But it was showing how.
No, Esdras, I believe.
It's an Esdras. I was thinking Esdras myself.
Zerubbabel was in the same book, I believe. I think it was Esdras.
Okay. All right, look what it says. Strength is what you possess, own, inherit, wealth, what you rule over, or guard. You hear that? That's what your strength is. So, in order to keep your strength, you got to exercise your dominion. When your wife gets you not to exercise your dominion, then you have given up your strength. Proverbs said what? Do not. Do or do not?
Do not.
Now, let me ask the question. Mother, how do women get men to give over their strength?
By playing games, manipulating, withholding things from men that they ought not.
Mm-hmm. Pillow talking, right? You shouldn't go with Pastor down there. Okay, baby. Dummy. Hey. I don't know what be happening for us, brother. They just fade to black, don't they? As you know, you gave out $1 million. Signed a lot of checks and took a lot of people shopping, ain't you? Trick daddy, ain't you? Sugar daddy, huh? Come on, boy, let's go on to the next screen. All right. Is this stuff making sense?
Yes, sir.
See, this is powerful information. It's about equipping yourself. Cleaving and being one flesh. Let's go. Genesis 2, verse 23 through 24.
And Adam said, "This is now a bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh."
All right. Now, you become one flesh when you act in the role, because see, this is who you are cleaving to, because she is going to help establish you fully. Does that make sense? So you leave your mother's house, quit begging your mother for stuff. Quit asking your mother, "Mama, can you do this?" But no, you're supposed to be ruling in dominion over your wife. And your wife's supposed to be doing it. Right? She's the one that's supposed to help you get all of these things what you was purposed for out and done. That make sense? It's when your wife ain't got time for you to get these things done. When your wife can't help you. When she ain't capable. Right? Should you just stop there? Then I guess we don't get this done then. All right. Water bubbling, ain't it? Is it bubbling, mother?
It's good. Hallelujah.
That's right. But did we see this? Is that how y'all fashion? You'll help me? Right? But if you got a girlfriend, don't matter then. Do whatever, ain't it? Boy, boo. Right? You going back to your room. Sam, man. Oh, boy. Tucked in, boy. Let's go. All right, the union purpose. Genesis 2:18. Now, y'all seeing this? Because you know what I just said on the last one. Because cleaving to a wife is everything. So this is why you got to have a wife that's going to do your desires. Because in Yah designing you with purpose, guess what? It shows, from what we looked at, Brother Mark, that Yah will begin to feed your mind with things that is going to be good for your house. Because he purposed you. Right? Did we see that on the screen? Or you think I just put it up there, or y'all think that's real? That's right out of the understanding. That ain't that I just say, "Oh, well, Pastor Dow said," then I put it up there. That makes sense, CJ? Is it giving you insight on how you need to start getting ready for that? Because see, when you be unruly and not listen, sisters, and you start going off of who you was because this who your mom was, then guess what? That's bad business. Mm-hmm. We can't build Israel because you in the way. Right. You are in the way. Because this what got to be done. And you lack understanding. You lack trust in me. And I can't move. Now the vision is paralyzed. You hear that? All right. Let's go. Genesis 2:18.
And Yahweh Elohim said, it is not good for man to be alone. I'm going to make a helper for him as his counterpart.
You hear that? This is how I read in the scriptures. Yah said he was going to make a helper. It wasn't good for him to be alone. I'm going to make a helper. So this helper is going to assist him in his emotional need. It's going to help him in accomplishing the work that I need him to accomplish. It's going to help him do the things that I desire for him to do in building up people and being fruitful and multiplying. Right? And replenishing the earth. Replenishing the earth with wicked people.
Right.
So you see how simple this is? So if I got 10 sons, then I'm replenishing with righteous sons, right? Because we know if we wicked and you got 10 sons, Yah said that the nations are counted as what? So your eyes are dropping the bucket. Your sons ain't worth anything. I know you don't want to hear it. But that's what it is. If you got wicked sons, they don't count to Yah. Do they?
No.
All right then. That's what I'm telling you. Yah saw it was good. And he made Adam a helper. Let's go. All right. So let's look at Helpmeet. All right. Now, ayin is usually silent. Azara. All right. A-Z-R. Ayin, Zayin, and Resh. Now, the ayin is from Ga'ah. It's two ayins. The one that means I, and the other one that was transformed from Ga'ah, which is a rope. All right? And that rope symbolized mean to twist from or tied from. You got it? So, how could we choose this ayin over the other one, which means I, seeing? Well, what did y'all say he did with Adam? He took Eve where? Right?
Form his action.
Yeah, exactly. So y'all ain't gonna put no letters together that's not gonna have nothing to do with the form and the function. You got it? Zayin means harvest or crop. So if you got a good helpmeet, she will help you produce fruit, right?
Yes, sir.
Much fruit. That's how you know if you got a good house. If your wife ain't help you produce fruit and she just there only for you to lay on top of, brother, guess what? You might want to go get you another. Throw it in the gutter and go get another. Right? Because the chance are, if you ain't bearing fruit, your house might be getting plucked down. Huh? Tell him. All right, Resh, head, man, or chief. Y'all see this? This is what Helpmeet. These are the letters that are involved in Helpmeet. Twisted from, harvest and crop, head, man, or chief. All of these are together. Let's go. All right. core, all right? Meaning to add, to be a part, to help establish, to help, to be helped, to help. Let's look at Helpmeet summary. Is one twisted from one to help with harvest of the head. You hear that? So if we was to put that in the summary, what Ayin, Zayin, and Resh would be, then look what we can summarize. Is that the purpose of Eve? Yes. Our summary, do that about meet up and match? Yeah. If we just take those letters and see how Yah took the letters that he gave in the Hebraic form and gave purpose to in the form of words. And that word became life. It is a living word. Helpmeet is a living word. So when you become a helpmeet, look at this. You are from that man. You are for that man. You are purposed for that man. To help with the harvest. Meaning that, guess what? He got talents and gifts and things that he was purposed for. It's like we saw when Yah formed. Right? Preordained. Right? So whatever Yah preordained Adam to do and be, Eve was purposed to assist, to support. You hear that? To help. Not rule over. It makes sense? Yes, sir. No, is that powerful or what? I see people here looking like people's in the days. Let me get some feedback. What you think about that, Sister Kim? You change your perspective on marriage?
Yeah, in certain areas and different areas, yes, sir.
What about you, Mother?
I think it's very beneficial. I think this should be to all those who are thinking about getting married, want to get married, because they need to know this. You know, it's just not coming together and that's it. There's a purpose to it all.
There's a purpose. What about you, Sister Bree?
I mean, just kind of like what Mother said. It's versus being in the world, it's like, okay, you think, yeah, we married and okay, we have kids, but in the faith, it's completely different. It's roles you gotta know, and it's just, it's very understanding to me. So.
What about you, Mariah?
Hallelujah.
Well, like Bree was saying, in the world, I mean, yeah, you live in your life without order. And in the faith, this is complete and utter strict order you have to abide by to please the Most High.
I'm going to hear one more because I'm going to say something. That's why I'm listening. Hood Roberts.
With me, I just think it's beautiful. I just think the way it all comes together, the first thing I think about is just kingdom. I just think kingdom mindset. The way how the Father is and how he wanted his bride to be is how we should represent that living if we want to get married. It just brings so much to understanding, so it's beautiful and I understand it.
See, what it is protection, Brother McGill. It's protection for a man to never put yourself in position to be out of order with Yah. Because you know then what it is. You got to know what that thing is. Because see, then it stops us from just going off of fruitless thoughts and fruitless work. I want to get married. I want a wife. She look good. I want to marry her. It's deeper than that. See, it's to the point where when me and Bess was talking about, you no longer just meet women and because we hooked up, because we laid down and we've been chilling for a little bit, then let's just go ahead and just start chilling with one another. Because in those situations, you end up with the wrong wife.
Every time. Yeah. Every time.
Right?
Yes, sir.
See, I ain't got to say this to you, women. Why? Because a woman that finds a husband. Right? So, exactly. So, I ain't talking to you. This ain't for you. And I can say that firmly. You shut your mouth. And you listen. See, I'm talking to the men that do the finding. Your turn come in submission. Sitting there and listen to how you supposed to be. That's when your turn comes. That's when brothers call and say, well, what about this sister? Nope. Hell no. All them crumbs they be leaving on them dishes upstairs. They be washing dishes on Sunday. No. Well, you don't want that in your house where you have more roaches than you ever had. Am I right? See, because guess what? How many marriages you think hooked up off of hooking up? Most all of them. 99%. Hooked up off of hooking up. But none of them is based on this, where you looking and you see this, because now when you understand this, then you understand betrothal. When you understand this, do you understand Yeshua said, I go away and I prepare a place for you. You understand that?
Yes.
And then you understand why he said, have your oil ready. And why you enter into the marriage. You understand that because then all things are in order. If you don't have no oil, that means you bear no fruit. You are unable to service Yahshua in the marriage. And therefore you are unfit. This makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, we talk about fruitful stuff here.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
This is why we laying into it, because you got to understand what you are looking for to help me. You can't just go, because see, watch. I'm going to show you at the end. See, I'm climbing this mountain because I understand where we got to go. So I'm listening to y'all. I'm seeing. See, I already see deep places. I see myself in other countries. I see myself meeting with other great men and other men who rarely speak the language I speak, but we understand each other enough to know we serving Yah and the Spirit is alive and we are serving Yah. We're establishing great things. See, in that, then guess what? I can't have no stragglers. See, so then guess what? You got to find out what your purpose is. Dante, you got to look and know exactly what your purpose is. That's where you continue to walk in Yah. Continue to walk in Yah, because then Yah going to show you exactly how to build your house. Then at that moment, then you are able to instruct precisely. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
See, we already talked about what building a house was. We had all those ingredients. You saw that, Brother Miguel? Because there's a righteous way to do that. To build with those ingredients and be a clan, or to be a part of a tribe, or to be a part of the congregation, because you have done well. Come on, let's go. All right. After looking at these scriptures, let us measure up our homes that we have built or desire to build in the future. So let's look at this. We're going to look at this closely, because the preliminary information I gave is for me to do the talking here in the end and give you some nuggets. All right? Let's go. All right. Inquiring of men. All right? I'm about to ask some questions. Because we're going to get down to a point. Because see, what happened is you can live a lie. You can live a lie. You can be with somebody and not be happy. You can be with somebody and know that they are misleading you. You can be with somebody and they are unfit to leave your house. And you do it anyway. See, this is why I got in the habit. I don't answer no question no more. He tell me, what should I do with my husband? Should I not do what he said? Depends on where you at. If you're in the way, you better listen to him. If you ain't in the way, then you got to decide that. Because you unevenly yoked, and you got to decide to do what to do with the unevenness. Because guess what? The reason why I say it, because Paul said, them without judge not. Right? So I can't give you no judgment for that. What? Right? I ain't going to give you no worldly advice. Well, just see what he say and talk to him. No. You see what you go deal with it. I don't have nothing for that. But then within shall he what? See, I can tell you all day long about this, because guess what? This is the word of Yah. You ain't, look, she wicked. He wicked. That nigga is wicked. Boy, you hear me? Leave him alone. I can tell you. Right? Know what you better get in hand with. Quit giving people advice out there. Don't meddle in their affairs. Leave alone. But they don't want what you got. That's what you got. That's what you're on the earth for. Is get to be salt. Right?
Yes, sir.
I'm telling y'all, if y'all start withdrawing and start living for y'all with your whole being, everything, and that's all you for, then watch how y'all move. See, I'm going to tell y'all this. I can say it boldly, but right, watch how y'all finna favor me. Right before people's eyes. Favor. Big favor. You hear me? And I ain't afraid either. I ain't scared to walk in favor.
Hallelujah.
That's why I've been desiring Yah. Now he turned around and rewarded me openly. I ain't about to be scared to walk in while I'm supposed to be walking in, because people still trying to figure out. Go ahead and keep figuring it out. I'm going. Well, I told you. I had to quickly decide, am I going to be stressed out, or is that tens? Is that 50s? Or is that hundreds? Or is that thousands? And then I need to hear from that. I had to quickly figure out, because guess what? You gonna pitter-pat around because you ain't doing this. You ain't preparing yourself. You ain't preparing yourself to be righteous. You ain't preparing yourself to lead, because guess what? You worried about the everyday stuff. I was telling them again how I've been testing folks. And what I said, things I done said to people exactly, I ain't seen no action. I've been dropping all kind of nuggets for months. I've been saying stuff. I said, look at this. People don't even know. We sure came, we be in trouble. Mr. O.A. K said we done kept how many Sabbaths since last tabernacle? We been here. So that means we should be going in the kingdom. But wicked. So it's up to you who are establishing and building houses. You got to get this right today. You who plan on building houses. All right, man. I need y'all to stand up. Don't bump into the camera either. Are you truly fit? All right? Are you truly fit to lead your house? Yes or no?
Strive it.
Sir.
Yes.
Who said strive? Who said yes in the back? What about you, Brother Keith?
I'll say striving too.
What about you, CJ?
Striving.
What about you, Dante?
Yes, sir.
What about you, Brother Snow?
No. Yes, sir.
Do you mislead your home, Brother Gil?
No, sir.
Brother Mark? Brother Steve-O? I learn every day. What about you, Brother Dante?
No, sir.
Y'all know we're giving witness to this, right?
Yes, sir.
Not just these people here. Who else is giving witness?
Cloud of witnesses.
Cloud of witness. Heaven and earth, ain't it? Can other men attest that you truly walk as the head of your house? Can it?
Yes, sir.
What about you, Brother Dante?
Yes, sir.
Brother Mark? I love these confessions. What about you, Brother Steve-O?
I don't know.
Okay. Have you given away your strength to a woman or your wife? Have you ever? If you ever done it, I need you to say yes.
Yes.
Yes. But you learn, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Some of the time, I mean, in some situations where you gave away strength, it hurt it, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
You learn from it. Right, man. Have a seat. We're going to address this. Right, next screen. I need all the sisters to stand. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Right, I'm going to ask y'all, even if you ain't married. I know Bree, man. I asked her, she didn't tell me she was married. All right. Gabby, are your desires truly not into? It should be unto. Mother, why you do that? Are your desires truly unto your husband?
Yes, sir.
Thurman?
Yes, sir.
Sister Jasmine? Tina?
Yes, sir.
You heard it? Already know. Sister Kim?
Yes, sir.
Miracle? Win. Miracle. All right, hallelujah. All right. Do you deceive your husband with your own deceptions? Woo. Woo. Do y'all hear this? I know these are questions. I'm going to give you an example. Just like we was talking about when we was at Concord the other week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
See, them ain't the only, I mean, these just learning. We talking about learning. Because people do it. This is why we talking about being emotional. We're going to read this whole account from Josephus. And we're going to see. Crystal, when you was married, did you deceive your husband with your own deceptions?
Probably. Yes.
Do you do that, Gavin?
No, sir.
Sister Kim?
No, sir.
You do that with Steve-O? And they said, what was you going to say? Go ahead.
No, sir, I have not done that.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by the blue bloom and the children and what'd you say?
I said, no, sir, I have not done that.
Mother, when you was married?
There were occasions, yes.
Right. Do you, Thurman?
I have before.
Sister Jad?
Yeah, I have been through this past. I have coached out of my emotions.
Y'all know that's witchcraft, right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all know that?
Yes, sir.
That's witchcraft you casting over your husband. You deceive and you bringing some unreliable foolishness to your husband. That's witchcraft. That's what Eve used on Adam. See that? That's why the trouble. That's why Yah made it like he did. Because Yah don't want this happening. That's why you better be dang sure if you're going to go to your husband with something, you better go there for real. It's been many people shot and hurt and killed because a woman went and told their boyfriend something. Right? Here we go. Do you usurp your husband's authority? Jazz?
No, sir. No, sir.
Did you, mother?
I probably did.
Kim?
But can you explain sir, can you explain that?
All right. Your husband tells you when I get home today, I need you to have dinner for me ready. And I need you to wash our laundry because I got to go out of town. And we're going to sit down tonight because I need to go over some things with you. Well, tonight I'm going out with the girls. Crystal, when you was married? Miracle, when you get married, or you want to usurp? Okay. I'm not going to ask you, Diane. All right. Are you a fire in your home? Or are you in submission? Are you a fire or are you submission? Are you in submission? Sister Jasmine.
I'm in submission.
So you're a true Isha.
Desiring me, striving to be, yes, sir.
Sister Thurman.
I could be that.
Huh? Were you a fire mother?
Sometimes.
Fire desire. Hallelujah. Jesus. Open up the record book. What was going on, man?
All my business.
Jesus.
Mostly submissive.
Well, hallelujah.
There you go.
Well, hey, mother's good, y'all. I want you. She's gonna be all right pass. So you talk to her. You gotta move your seat. Pass on. Well, hallelujah. Sister Kim.
Yeah, I could do better in those areas as far as being a fire in my home.
Right. I ask you this, society, when you was married.
Oh, yeah.
Sister Crystal.
A fire isn't tearing your house down?
Fire do, it burn. Well, you know, here's the thing about it. Not desiring to want to tear a house down is one thing. See, that's what people see. You ask a woman to tear the house down, or you tearing the house down, but yet, but Brother Bess, if you call right now and say, I'll be back home, I just want to know one question. Was you tearing our house down? Would that be true or false? See, the reason why I'm saying is because we got to get to the point where, as a man, you firm. See, guess what? This is why when you hear Pastor Dow say, hey, I told Mother Carol it's going to be my way or trail way. Because he getting ready to make a move and go out to the wilderness. If he didn't go out there and do what he was purposed and ordained, Pastor Corey wouldn't be here.
True.
You see that? Because you'd have never been out there. This is what I'm saying. This ain't for embarrassment. This ain't for me to say, Kim, what are you, Brother Steve-O? What did you do? She ain't asked you that. I'm just saying. Because we got to get to the point where these things don't exist in our house. Both sides, men and women. You rule, you not fit to rule. Because some of us got false perception on how to rule. You think you're ruling, but really, you the furthest thing from it. You think you're in submission, but you're the furthest thing from it. See, and this is what the sad part about. Let me tell y'all this is what the sad part is, Brother Pete, is that Yah is using us as instruments to show how sin is destructive in creation. That's why Yah said he didn't want you having the knowledge of good and evil. He didn't want you to mess with it. Just do my will. But Satan wanted to show you that. Therefore, causing you to sin. Causing you to transgress the law. And because of that, then now we are toiling and fighting, and we are being observed at how close to righteousness we are able to return to. You walk in your flesh, you're going to be far away from it. You walk in the Spirit, you're going to be perfected through the Spirit. If you walk in the Spirit sometimes, then you lukewarm. Simple as that. Right? That's why you got to watch. See, because what happened, these questions I'm asking, this is sin. Really, it ain't no just a light thing that, well, yeah, that's what I do. No, you sinning. This is what Yah said you to be. Your desires is to who? To who? What's his name? That's who your desires is to. Is that a sin? That's righteous. Y'all hear this? So quit making up your own. Quit fighting against what Yah said for you to do. He said, Yah said. Right? See, you got all these wicked women out there talking about, I ain't submitting to him. He got to submit to me first. That's a fire, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's glorified. That's why we the set apart ones. I was listening. I had a new client come in. We were just talking about little girls. We were talking about diet. Oh boy, she a woman. I was listening to something that Corey Corrado said. Women just rule the world. I had to walk away for a minute. I hot for a minute. What do you want me to do next? What? What? Let me see a book. Y'all have a seat, sisters. Is this bringing the light? Is this bringing the light thing? Is it? You see how we chose improperly in the past? Yes, sir. See why we got to head that off with them? Boy, it's going to be a good sight to see when all of these young ones grow up, boy, and they ruling righteously. See my sons, boy, they eat shy. They on see the more like, come here. Let me see how you handle it. Get that right first, son. All right, let's go to the next one. All right. In closing, let me introduce the order I'm setting up in my house. Let's talk. See, all this is going to be based on the word. All right, let's go. All right, this is what I got up on my wall. This part, these are things we're going to talk through because every point here got to be talked through. This is what I'm talking about, a blueprint. This is what you got to be able to do. Because guess what? I'm giving this out to be in the Phillips house. To be in my house. This is what we sat up and talked about. See, I don't need nobody from my wife to my children going in opposition. Guess what? Yah purposed me. I'm talking to my house because Yah is steady putting fruit on my hand. And I got to get the seeds in the ground. I sit her down so she know where we going. I smack them in their head because they're a distraction. And you got to understand that I'm showing you how to get to where you need to be. See, this is for my sons. Because charity start where?
In the house.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
So I got to show them how to be men. And this is what you do to your house. So guess what? You in my house. That's why I tell them, don't bring a wife in my house that ain't going to honor and be in submission. That's your wife, but she in my house. When you talk about what's honorable before the sight of Yah, this column right here is what's honorable before the sight of Yah. This is what Yah commanded. This is what he desired for righteous rule to go forth. This is how you get chose. When you have these things, when your wife roles are met. What roles? Did she just come in with roles, Brother Miguel?
No, you got to lay them out.
You got to lay out the roles. You hear that? So you can't tell me what I already know how to do it. No, that ain't what I want. That ain't what I like. That ain't what I desire. That what you did that for another man. This is what I like. You understand this?
Yes, sir.
So then you got to explain. I need you with the clothes, children. This is what time we watching movies and laughing and giggling. This is what time cooking going on. This is what I need you to do for my children. See, when you lay it out, then a woman really can see where she at. If she is helping you meet or helping you miss. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
This is all wisdom from y'all. So I can sit there. This ain't looking for nothing. This is just what it's got to be. Right? Because in what I just said, y'all showed you. This is what she was designed for. So you got to be able to do it. You hear me? This is what you was designed for. So I don't need no type of nothing, hindrance, slack, nothing that's coming. Because I'm finna lay out all my desires. I'm finna lay out everything I need. This is where your ketubah come from. Because you laying it down so the rest of this can go. Right. Mm-hmm. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to beat this down in my son's head. You're going to understand this. Don't go get no raggedy broad. All right? Children. I read it to them. Disobedient children is a dishonor to his father. So then, what I lay down with her, I reinforce with them. Because she is building up the crop and the harvest. So my house produced much fruit. See, in the first place, if I knew I chose a man that finds a wife, finds a good thing. If I chose the wife right, then guess what? Now I can plant good seeds. Right?
That's right.
Does it make sense?
Oh, yeah.
See, in my children, I can look out and see exactly what I saw before we had any children. That's why I look at my children with such adder. I look at them and it just brings joy to my heart. When I'm at the gym, I'm training, and I can see my children's face. It just makes me be filled with joy because they are what I expected. So you got to do with the whoopings and the little things that you got to do to train them. This training. They not adults. But they look characters, they all me. I see them. They all me. I see them. In every last one of them. Rim is me times 3, boy. I see him. ZZ. That was me. See, I ain't got to tell you that I got it. Hey, that I handle my business. All you got to do is look at them. They ain't rolling around here like, what? They ain't nowhere in me. Nowhere, mother. And that's what y'all said. What you produce is you. Right? Sir. And so then in the rearing up, then you got to hone that in. You got to get that focus. This is why it's important, because we are a part of the tribes. We are a part of the congregation. I can't let this go amok. I can't let this just go wherever it needs to go. I got to keep directing it. You understand? Then you got to get organized based on the desires. And see, that's where Yah come in at. And so then when Yah has already given you purpose and you lining up your wife and your children with your purpose, then now you can organize your desires on how we get ready to do this thing fully. This is how Yah need you to be. Outside of this, this is why I tell my kids all the time. Now, I'm going to do my part right now. But you can get older and want to depart from this all you want. You already know where I'm at. Because this is my house. You was born into my house. I'm born into yours. You got my last name. All right. Then we do well, your children and your wife, if they know your vision, they know your desires, they know the direction you're going in, then you have a good name in Israel. Because they represent your house well. Then your children can be counted on. Then they can be added among the men in servicing the things of Yah. Then men won't mind you being with their daughter because they watch your sons do well. What you post, Brother Miguel? A wicked wife is what? The portion of what?
A wicked man.
A wicked man. But if we doing our job, then our children, a righteous man's portion is going to be a righteous wife. Right? You see this? To this, it might be simply, this is what I'm doing. This is exactly what I'm doing. This ain't nothing that I'm just saying, here, try this. No, this is what I'm doing. When my boys are with me, I'm constantly on this. What you need to do to be in my house. That's all my conversation is. When we having fun, it's still this. I slip it in every time. You keep my commandments, you're going to keep Yah's commandments. So I'm keeping Yah's commandments. Y'all hear this? Fulfill talents given by Yah. See, that's the part right there. That is the part where you measure your house. Because if you're doing what you're supposed to do, then in due season, ain't it?
Yes, sir. That's right.
That's why Yah give you talent. That's why he rewarded Zacchaeus. What's his name? The head John the Baptist? My mind drawn blank. Zachariah. That's why he rewarded Zachariah. Look what kind of son he had in John the Baptist. Mm-hmm. You the father of these sons. That's your style. But he didn't have no problem lighting the candles. He had no uproar. He had a good name in Israel. Didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Y'all see this? That's how simple this is. This is how y'all meant for us to be. When your talents get fulfilled, all the talents you got, see, you may be one with one. You may be one with five. But you supposed to do with what y'all give you, you ought to do well. That's right. You do well with it so that in due season, y'all may increase you. Did we just read that in Sirach? He was going to increase you at your last end? Right? So this is why you working. See, we ain't putting this stuff together. We just living. We just showing up to Shabbat. We just Israel, but you ain't understanding the dynamic. This is a dynamic. See, it all start right here. None of this happens. None of this go well if she get in the way. You get in the way by them questions we answer. You bring in all that old deception. I think they doing this. Shut your mouth. Don't think they doing nothing. Let him discern to see what they doing. And let him ask you. And then go to the proper channel before you just start running your mouth. Because see, the word is strict on women going from house to house, speaking things that they ought not. That's right. Y'all understand this? See, all of this stuff, it's a deal. Because if you fulfill your talent, then guess what? Now you got an inheritance that y'all put on your hand that you teach your children how to protect. Because everybody then, guess what, at the end, when all the men departed, they sat their sons down. Mm-hmm. If you follow Yahweh, just like David said to Solomon, and if you continue in him, because Yah promised me that there will always be somebody that sit upon my throne. So I'm telling you, if you do well, then the promise that Yah made to me will continue. If you do well. If you do well, Gabe, Demore, and Rim, then all the stuff that Yah putting on my hand will be passed down to you. And Zakari and I got it ready, wait.
I was.
Now write it down. How you spell it? But that's what we're teaching. And see, guess what? Now, you teaching your house this. And you teaching your house this. And you teaching your house this. And you teach, do y'all see where y'all get a chance to choose? Righteous men who have never been with women from? Hallelujah. So I ain't talking about women. He's talking about who have never been defiled with the ways of the nation. They are counted as women. You understand this? This is what we building. Y'all honor. See, y'all don't believe it, man. We Israel, we would just be righteous and holy and don't bring your sinful ways and your sinful mind and all the wickedness that you want to bring in. Then guess what? You will see y'all move in a great capacity. I keep telling y'all this. But y'all gonna have to move some of y'all, because this, that's all I'm after. I sit down in this book so I can see where it's at, so I can pinpoint. Where do I need to be? I ain't desiring nothing. Then y'all show it. Boom. You gonna do this? Then guess what? Then there go my desire. Where I get it from? So guess what? Is y'all gonna give you something that's not in his will? Do you hear what I said? Because that ain't his what?
Will.
That ain't his desire. You see that? So how the heck you think that you gonna come into a man's house busting up and telling them what? Right? Does this make sense? All right. We don't talk. Look at this. Wife, do her will over mine. Disobedient children. Disorganized and desires are not met. dishonorable name. Talents should be buried. I thought I changed it. All right? Put a line through it. No help. None. You hear that? You a helpmeet that don't help. Wash your own damn clothes. I didn't feel like cooking you nothing to eat. Why you ain't cook? I just didn't feel like cooking you nothing to eat. My instruction is going to be, you already know. It's more. It's somebody that, boy, desire. It's people that learn lessons out here. Because I'm looking at these older women. Well, they'll do anything for just a smell some cologne walk past. Am I lying? Because you already messed up. You messed up. Now you just desirable. If I can hand wash somebody's clothes, I'd do it. You see them, they up there. And you knew all that, and that's what it is. That's what the reproach is. And y'all talking about, you done been all out in the world. You've been getting fed. It's a woman's world and all this other stuff. You've been getting fed that. And then as soon as you figure out that that's reproach, now you ready. Now you ready. You want somebody to bear that reproach, that just take it and overlook that. Just let it, I want to be righteous now. It's a tough pill, but guess what? Swallow it. No inheritance for your house. Why? Because your house is torn down. With bare hands, ain't it? Ain't no house. Let's go to the next screen, bro. All right, we get ready to read Josephus, the Antiquity of the Jews, Book 1, Chapter 1, titled From the Creation to the Death of Yitzhak. All right. All right, so let us listen in here. This is getting ready to be interesting. Go ahead, bro.
In the beginning, Yah created the earth, the heaven, and the earth. But when the earth did not come into sight, but was covered with thick darkness, and a wind moved upon its surface, Yah commanded that there should be light. And when that was made, he considered the whole mass, and separated the light and the darkness. And the name he gave to one was night, and the other he called day. And he named the beginning of light and the time of rest, the evening and the morning. And this was indeed the first day. But Moses said it was one day, the cause of which I am able to give even now, because I have promised to give such reasonings for all things in a treatise by itself. I shall put off its exposition till that time. After this, on the second day, he placed the heaven over the world, and separated it from the other parts, and he determined it should stand by itself. He also placed a crystalline firmament around it, and put it together in a manner agreeable to the earth, and fitted it for giving moisture and rain, and for affording the advantage of dews. On the third day, he appointed the dry land to appear, with the sea itself round about it. And on the very same day, he made the plants and the seeds to spring out of the earth. On the fourth day, he adorned the heaven with the sun, the moon, and the other stars, and appointed them their motions and courses, that the vicissitudes of the seasons might be clearly signified. And on the 5th day, he produced the living creatures, both those that swim and those that fly, the former in the sea, the latter in the air. He also sorted them as to society and mixture and procreation, for procreation, and that their kinds might increase and multiply. On the 6th day, he created the 4-footed beast and made them male and female. On the same day, he also formed man. Accordingly, Moses says that in just 6 days, the world and all that is therein was made. And the 7th day was a rest and a release from labor in such operations. Whence it was that we celebrate a rest from our labors on that day and call it a Sabbath, which word denotes rest in the Hebrew tongue. Moreover, Moses, after the 7th day was over, begins to talk philosophically, and concerning the formation of man, says this, that Yah took dust from the ground and formed man, and inserted in him a spirit and a soul. This man was called Adam, which in the Hebrew tongue signifies one that is red, because he was formed out of red earth.
Now stop. Y'all hear that? Right? And he said he put within Adam, he put a spirit and what?
Soul.
A soul. Did you hear that? Note that. Let's go.
Compounded together. For of that kind is virgin and true earth. God also presented the living creatures, which he had made them, according to their kinds, both male and female, to Adam, who gave them those names by which they are still called. But when he saw that Adam had no female companion, no society, for there was no such created, and that he wondered at the other animals, which were male and female, he laid him asleep, and took away one of his ribs, and out of it formed the woman. Whereupon Adam knew her when she was brought to him, and acknowledged that she was made out of himself. Now, a woman in the Hebrew tongue, is Sah, but the name of this woman was Eve, which signifies the mother of all living. Moses says further that Yah planted a paradise in the east, flourishing with all sorts of trees, and that among them was the tree of life, and another of knowledge, whereby was to be known what was good and evil. And that when he brought Adam and his wife into the garden, he commanded to them to take care of the plants. Now the garden was watered by one river, which ran round about the whole earth, and was parted into 4 parts. And Phison, which denotes a multitude. Running into India, makes its exit into the sea, and is by the Greeks called Ganges. Euphrates also, as well as Tigris, goes down into the Red Sea. Now the name Euphrates, or Preth, denotes either a dispersion or a flower. By Tigris, or Diligent, is signified what is swift, with narrowness. And Jihon runs through Egypt, and denotes what arises from the east, which the Greeks call Nile. Yah therefore commanded that Adam and his wife should eat of all the rest of the plants, but to abstain from the tree of knowledge, and foretold to them that if they touched it, it would prove their destruction. But while all living creatures had one language, at that time the serpent, which then lived together with Adam and his wife, showed an envious disposition, at his proposal of their living happily.
Now stop. Let's pause right there. Now keep your finger right there. Now, this is what he said. The serpent showed a what? What did he show, Brother Bill?
An envious disposition.
A envious disposition. So I'm watching. He watching, and there. So who is the head at this point? Adam. Ain't he? Because Yah had already gave him instruction. He was already moving about, naming the animals and doing. And Yah saw that. Guess what? He needed a helpmeet. So I'm going to give him a helpmeet. And they were happily living. Satan was envious at their happy living. Listen to what I'm telling you. Because see, now you got to watch. This is where stuff come in at. Satan is angry at what they were happy about. All right, listen to this. Finish reading.
And in their obedience to the commands of Yah.
And he was envious of their obedience to Yah in them keeping the commandments. Go ahead, brother.
And imagining that when they disobeyed them, they will fall into calamity.
Now you see that? He formed in himself a wicked imagination. You hear that? A wicked and vain imagination. He imagined things that was above the wisdom of Yah. Come on.
He persuaded the woman out of malicious intention.
Now you see that? Come on.
To taste of the tree of knowledge, telling them that in that tree was the knowledge of good and evil, which knowledge which they should obtain, they would lead a happy life.
Now wait a minute. He was envious of them living happy, but he told her that if she ate from it, they would live a happy life. But I'm telling you that out of malicious intent. See, these are spirits that operate in people. The only reason why you run into people and tell, and this is what I was telling you, this is what I was saying to y'all as women. Don't go put your deceptions, the things that you deceive by, on your husband. Because you cause a downfall. Here it is. Look, listen. Go ahead.
No, a life not inferior to that of Yah. By which means he overcame the woman and persuaded her to despise the commands of Yah.
Now look at this. You see what happened? He persuaded her to despise the commandments of Yah. See, when you don't do the desires of your husband, that means you persuaded to despise Yah. Y'all hearing this? See, what you think it's gonna be hell to pay for that, Sister Kim? For despising Yah? Oh, it is, ain't it? And this is what it is. See, you got to get out of the way. Get out of the way. Look what's happening. Come on.
Now, when she had tasted of that tree and was pleased with its fruit, she persuaded Adam to make use of it also. Upon this, they perceived that they were become naked to one another.
Now pause, Brother McGill. So it says she persuaded Adam.
That's right.
So let's talk about that, sister. Sister Ida, how do you think she persuaded Adam?
Probably tone of her voice, the way she came home, the manipulation that we can put off with words and gestures.
So let me ask you this. So have you ever seen a woman in the process of manipulating a man?
Yes.
And have you ever used it? Y'all see this? You hear it? See, because that's why I said, so you can see it. That's why I was talking about the lady at the gym. Remember we was walking out Dante? This is the one that was holding the door. She holding the door and trying to get eye contact. I'm just there looking down. Right? You understand, Sister Kim? Because you know what it is. What the word said? Don't look a woman word. Before she do what? Inject poison. I ain't seen that nowhere to worry about no man. I'm like, that's pretty deep. Ain't it, Brother Pete? That's what happened to us, bro. You be standing across there on the line working, that woman look at you. And boy, look, next thing you know, boy, now you going home with it. Now you ain't in the faith no more. Y'all hear me, man?
Yes, sir.
Gotta be quick in there. Y'all done been there. They all in the gym. Ben, how many days? You've been there a few days, ain't you, brother?
Yes, sir.
Are they in the gym?
Yes, sir.
I told you. I don't pay no attention. I hear me. I be in there like a fly on the wall, mother. Hear me? It's what's your desire. You stand there like this, bro. They get you. The parents come talk to you. They be standing this close, especially. Y'all know some of them. They stand this close to you. So how much do you want me to pay? You like, do you have any, like, awareness?
No.
Yes.
Hair bumped into you, you like, ooh. Yeah.
Right, I'm sorry.
Right? Hey, bro, I'm just telling y'all, man. This is real stuff. But that's what we talk about. Did it say persuaded?
Yeah.
What do y'all hear what y'all say about it? What do you hear what y'all say? We're going to keep reading. Just listen. Because I'm saying it, it's funny, but y'all got to guard y'all way. You got to watch what you're doing. You got to watch how safe make you feel. You don't come in here one day and just start feeling yourself. Because of what you want. And he going to talk about that. Watch. Come here and feeling yourself because of what you want. Y'all hear what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
If you're doing what you're supposed to do, see, this is what it's supposed to be. We got to build up houses. But guess what? The way some of this stuff get done, that bread, ain't no marriage. No hard damn bread, ain't no marriage. Huh, son? Now them biscuits. Come on, man. Let's read. Come on, boy.
And being ashamed, thus to appear abroad, they invented somewhat to cover them. For the tree sharpened their understanding.
You hear that? The tree sharpened their understanding. See, look at this. See, sometimes y'all have you in a place right where you want. She don't want you involved in all that extra stuff. That's why he say, don't meddle in the affairs of who? Of the elders. Why he say that? Why do you think he say that? It is too high. Because you want to start looking out and looking at somebody that you ain't supposed to be looking at them like that. They ain't got nothing to do with you. You want to know everything and all the things that's going on. It got nothing to do with you. And then as soon as you hear it, then you start stumbling.
True.
It's some of the stuff we just sat in on councils with. I'm like, well, I don't want to do that, but boy, it's just amazing. So here what happened, y'all had y'all in place. Y'all were happy. Didn't it say they was happy?
Yes, sir.
Because Satan was mad that they was happy. So obviously they was happy. And here you go, you got to come mess it up by giving them more information. Yeah, more knowledge. Knowledge puffing up. You hear that? That's why I be trying to tell you why I be best. That's why I was warning you. I mean, look, you know what I'm saying? Some of that, be careful. They only talk about some stuff, but guess what? That's what happened. That's why I gave you that testimony yesterday. I'm telling what you to learn by now. You've been over there, but I gave that testimony. And boy, as soon as I started giving the testimony, her face went like this. I said, boy, she ain't want to hear no testimony. That's a shame. How you want to hear the testimonies of Christ? When he said, to them that keep the commandments and have the testimonies of Christ. And you don't want to hear no testimony? On what he's still doing? Come on, bro. Hey, this is for real. I'm telling this word just cut you up plain. With nothing. Come on, bro.
And they covered themselves with fig leaves, and tying these before them, out of modesty, they thought they were happier than they were before, as they had discovered what they were in want of.
Wait a minute. Do you hear that? You was happy, then you discovered what you wanted. You see this? You was happy, but you discovered what. See, listen to me. This is what I be talking about. So then Satan was masterful in getting you in discontentment. So I be telling y'all, you right here where you supposed to be. Y'all brought you here for a reason, but you ain't even happy. You ain't even happy. Y'all brought you out. You was only happy that first day when the power moved. Well, I told a sister this week, look, how you miss it? Soon as you came, your first day here, a lady hand moved that ain't moved. She said out her mouth that you talking to me. You prayed the prayer I prayed last night, and you prayed the prayer I prayed this morning. Now look, my hand moved. And you were standing next to her. And the Spirit came just so you can see and confirm that what you came for is here. Wherever the Spirit of Yah is, right? That's where you need to be at. But you ain't here. See that? And see, that's one of the curses. Like I was telling the saints this morning. The Father said, because of the want of all things. That's one of the curses. He said, this is why I brought this on you. Because of the want of all things. That's in Deuteronomy. Because that's the thing. That means you ain't content. Paul said, be content in your abasing and your abounding. But you ain't content. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's this simple now. I can look out and see from the beginning that the same spirit of discontentment that was lodged in Adam and Eve is the same spirit that's in the saints. That's why we can't get filled with the Holy Spirit. That's why we can't move. That's why y'all ain't moving among us. That's why we don't have joy. That's why we always complaining. He got you. He planted a thought. All that came from a thought that they was fine until he presented a thought to Eve. Because you was designed for a certain thing. You was preordained. Adam, men. Just keep listening. Go ahead, brother.
But when Yah came into the garden, Adam, who was wont before to come and converse with him, being conscious of his wicked behavior, went out of the way.
Now you hear that? He wanted to come to Adam. But Adam being conscious. See, there it is right there. See, we can argue back and forth. See, that's why Yah said men should have rule over you. So guess what? You get your emotions. That's what he did, got it. And you're going to be able to do this. And you're going to be able to do that. Woo! 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 Dummy. Fool. Right? Certain men crept in and drug away who? Silly women. Say it louder than that. Silly women. Silly women. Adam, being conscious of his evil behavior, went out of the way. I ain't got time for you. Man, you hear me? But guess what? Your pretty wife, a beautiful wife, that look you in your eyes, that inject poison. Here, come do this for me, man. Do this. All right, I sin against y'all. That's what Adam might as well say it, ain't it? What he said. He said, don't use that book. This is why I don't go for it. See, because I understand. I hate it. I understand. See, I'm not playing that. I'm not playing no looking in your eyes and playing games with you. I rebuke your ass. I promise you. I'm serious, bro.
Hallelujah.
I'm not playing. Because I understand what it is. With all this stuff y'all trying to do, I'm not going to be took down playing no games with this.
Yes, sir.
Everything y'all going to do, I'm going to find out because I'm going to wait on y'all. The word said, he who wait upon y'all do what? Renew his strength. Right?
Yes, sir.
You hear it, didn't you? So you can't blame when Adam was standing right there. No, Adam already moved out the way. You hear it, bro? Sound good so far, ain't it?
Right. Yes, sir.
Tell Israel they what?
Proclaim.
They sing it, brother. You hear it?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm sounding, ain't it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Pay attention. Sister, this message for you. Because you get in the way of y'all. You get all the way in the way. When y'all showed you that he purposed men to do things, man, we got to stand up. See, this ain't about me and me. When you thought Pastor Dow was on something crazy with patriarchal rule, when in fact y'all was making people stand up so the heritage can be built. See, I ain't seeing it. Y'all are so late and so behind, but I'm seeing it. And guess what? Now it's all been asked for. Y'all make it plain, make it clear.
Yes, sir.
You gotta understand. You see, we're gonna be righteous men. You know what a righteous man ain't about. Nobody trying to configure and contort and work a certain thing. No, this is what it is. He the one spoke way in Isaiah that guess what? That you was gonna be building up the old what? Waste places. Did it?
Yes, sir.
You should bring forth sons that was gonna do that. You should bring forth sons. Do it say that?
They do.
Man, y'all better look. Y'all better listen. I know what I'm talking about. Holy Spirit is good. Let's go, brother.
And this behavior surprised Yah, and he asked what was the cause of his procedure, and why he, that before delighted in that conversation, did now fly from it and avoid it. When he made no reply, as conscious to himself that he had transgressed the command of Yah, Yah said, I had before determined about you both, how you might lead a happy life without any affliction.
Now pause. You hear that? I want you're going to read that sentence over. See, y'all had did you hear the word predetermined, Kim? Did you hear it? How you might live a what type of life? A sad life? A life full of food stamps and not having nothing and can't get nothing, eating Walmart food and all these food ain't got no goddamn substance in it? a happy life. We'd have never ate at Walmart. And all. Well, I ain't getting mad. It's all good, right? I ain't just people. They talking about me. Somebody help me. I ain't talking about nobody. Y'all hear? Anybody feel like I'm talking about? Raise your hand. Don't leave out here. I want to hear y'all met up after Sabbath. At pizza time where they keep putting pork in our freaking grass. Did you hear what Pastor said? He don't want nobody to get food stamps. Come on, read it again.
I had before determined about you both, how you might lead a happy life without any affliction and care and vexation of soul, and that all things which might contribute to your enjoyment and pleasure should grow up before my providence.
Now stop, you hear this? He was concerned that all things might be for your enjoyment and your pleasure, not just serious, serve Yah, serve Yah, serve Yah. No, that you have things for your enjoyment and your pleasure. You see that?
Hallelujah.
That was concerned that you had no vexation of soul.
Hallelujah.
But
right.
Man, I got on Facebook one day. I mean, it was the first thing that popped up. It was some old short-haired woman. That looked like the Blob standing up there. I said, Lord. Dang it! Let me get off Facebook. Yeah. Hold on! I couldn't even get back on there to block whoever it was. I got right off. And then by the time I got back, it was gone. I said, this is terrible. This is way terrible. Look what we do. Look what we do, bro. Had no conscience, had no sense. I almost threw up in my mouth, bro. I almost threw up in my mouth. Man, y'all better come on, man. Come on, bro. Let me get mad, boy. Look. That's all right. Comment on the video. We good, though.
without your own labor and painstaking.
You hear that? You was going to have all that enjoyment and pleasure without your own labor and painstaking. Come on.
Which state of labor and painstaking would soon bring on old age, and death would not be at any remote distance.
You hear that? That hard work bring on death, brother, here. But that's what you got to do. Come on.
But now, thou hast abused this, my goodwill, and hast disobeyed my commands. For thy silence is not the sign of thy true virtue, but of thy evil conscience.
You hear that? That silence was a sign of your evil conscience. Now, listen what y'all said. See, what he just told you is this. See, this was my secret. This is how I discern some of y'all. So I say I be playing with y'all, and sometimes be serious. And sometimes I'm telling the saints this morning. I come to you all different type of ways, so I can find you out. So I can find out where you hide it. This is how I found out the last conversation. I just kept getting to the bottom and the bottom. If you had been coming a certain way, then I called it. You can't fake, because I can feel it. Oh, I can do it fake. Hey, Pastor. So I just make note of it. Boom, I'll see you another time. What's going on, brother? Hey, bro, what's going on? Shalom, bro. Shalom. Shalom, bro. I just be waiting on. Pastor, I need to have a word with you. Oh, do you? What's going on, bro? Well, y'all good, but that's the same. See what he said to Adam? He knew something was going on from the silence, that it wasn't because of nothing else except his wicked conscience. You had something on your conscience. Wait. That's what the Holy Spirit is. Y'all, that's his spirit that do this. We got all the way to the bottom of it. Boom, boom. Tied it up. And by the time y'all come, boy, look, boy, he lay that book so before my face be scripture I ain't read in a long time. Lay right there. Bah, 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 bah. So by the time we at council, well, you can't say nothing. Just shut up. Because he got you. Come on, bro.
However, Adam excused his sin and entreated Yah not to be angry at him, and laid the blame of what was done upon his wife, and said that he was deceived by her, and thence became an offender, while she again accused the serpent. But Yah allotted him punishment, because he weakly submitted to the counsel of his wife.
Did y'all hear it? He did what?
Weakly submitted to
Weakly.
the counsel of his wife.
Weakly submitted, Brother Ron. Weakly. See, that's where it's at. Then that's where we got to grow up as men.
Yes, sir.
Because either you're going to dominate and have dominion, or you're going to weakly submit. That's it.
True.
I was thinking about going to... You ain't going to no store.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll go next week then. He said, Adam weakly submitted. You hear it, boy? Hey, ain't that word cold breeze? Hey, boy, look at that boy. Look, he just paint pictures. Hey, right. Come on, bro.
And said, the ground should not henceforth yield its fruit of its own accord, but that when it should be harassed by the labor, it should bring forth some of its fruit, and refuse to bring forth others.
Now hear what he said. Now look what y'all doing. He said first you didn't have to work, and everything was gonna be for your enjoyment. Then look at the concreteness in the Hebraic mindset. He said, and when you harass the ground in labor. When you think of harassment, you thinking like harassment. You know what I mean? When you just keep harassing somebody. But he's saying when you harass the ground, when you till it, when you work, you prepare. It's only going to bring, no matter, you're going to do a bunch of work to get it ready, and it's only going to bring a little bit of the fruit, not all of it. You see this? See, don't just give it some old color to it. All because you weakly submitted. That's what happened. That's what you got to be careful of. See, don't be, when I question everything, Gabby, I be saying everything, I'm just making sure I ain't going in there. And I advise you do the same thing, man. Because you got to be sure. You got to be sure that you sure as a man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because that's being on guard. It ain't no knock to your wife, it's being on guard. I'm going to be on guard. See, when I was evaluating all that counsel with Sister Jelon and all this other stuff, I was being on guard. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I may have rebuked you when we was upstairs with you and her. Yeah, I rebuked my wife because I'm on guard first. Then I deal with everything else. Why? Because it's my house. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Am I wrong for that?
No, sir.
I'm just telling y'all. That's what it is. See, that ain't wrong. Cause I ain't gonna never rule on my wife with an iron fist. Because even in desires, then guess what you present? And guess who got to do it? And guess who got to deal with y'all? Y'all gonna deal with you. You gotta twist no arms. See, because I watch it in all things. I just now not just in marriage. I watch it in the gym when people not supposed to be there. Get rid of them. When people don't supposed to be in the ministry, y'all get rid of them. Y'all is good at moving people out the way. Because at any time that anything that I'm doing right now, whether it's business or with this ministry, I ain't supposed to be doing. People say I wasn't supposed to be a pastor. People say you ain't supposed to be doing this with trilogy. Guess what? Trilogy is just blowing up. Blowing up. Crazy. I'm going to tell people. And I'm not coming to get you. I don't have nothing for you. You think I can know? Flesh. Yeah, I ain't had no problem putting Adam out the garden. You love him, didn't you? I love you. I'm going to put your black butt. Can I say black butt? Because he said he came from clay, right? Red dirt, didn't it? I'm going to put your black butt right on out of here. It's real, ain't it, CJ? This part 2 was good, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Come on, brother.
He also made Eve liable to the inconveniency of breeding and the sharp pains of bringing forth children. And this because she persuaded Adam with the same arguments wherewith the serpent had persuaded her.
You hear that? She persuaded him with the same. Look at this. Did this say arguments, bro?
The same arguments.
Y'all hear that? So that means you was really trying. But look. You see that? See that witchcraft?
Yeah.
See, that's what you don't realize. Because that's what I be trying to tell. See what I was saying the other week? That's why I was like, brother, look, listen to me. I'm coming to you as a pastor. I'm telling you. I see straight through it. I just need you to listen. I don't know what was said, but I can imagine. And people wonder why you say stuff like that. But when you can look and you see this in the book, and you done had experience in it, and you see, and you know there ain't no sense in you sitting up there lying and telling them. Because see, I'm going to tell y'all this. Listen to me. Right now, there are saints who I know your feet is going close to the fire. But this is what I'm saying. I'm saying on camera. I am not going to get their feet from the fire. This is why not. Because you've been warned. You've been told. I spoke with you. I pleaded with you just like the other people. And you continue to disregard. So I know what it is. Warning come before what? Destruction. Warning come before destruction. So I already know what's next. Because you stress. You are stressed. Freaking gray hairs popping up all over my head. I know I had some more time on my beard. I know I did. But they running it out, boy. Yeah. It's all good. I take it, Brother Mark. Yeah. I'm in the club now. I'm gonna go down there. I can't wait, brother. Everybody look. Yes, you are. It was black as the night. Last pass over, bro. I'm going down there now, bro. It's like, hey, Shalom, Pat. Shalom. Yeah, it's great, bro. I wasn't looking at it. Yes, you was. Yes, you was.
Welcome to
Hallelujah. All right, mama. I know y'all gonna flatter me up. It look good on. It's all good. See, some of y'all get mad at me when I speak the truth. And I say it, but I ain't come. I'm gonna say it again. I ain't coming to get. Some of y'all ain't coming to get no more. Let you go right on to it. Did I read it to y'all last night in 1 Timothy?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Chapter 1, verse 11 said, he turned Herman Canis and Alexander, if I'm saying his name right, I got to remember. I turned them over to Satan.
That's right.
That's what the words say. Paul said it again. He said, turn such a one over to Satan that their soul might be saved in the end. What you got to do? So I turn you over. I'm going to leave. I just let, guess what? You ain't going to know. I ain't going to say nothing big. But I ain't come to stop you no more. Ain't no more encouragement. Ain't nothing else. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Y'all got to understand that. See, that's what y'all do to you. Y'all turn you over to a reprobate mind. You think you're here serving, praising, and boy, y'all ain't got nothing to do with you. Next thing you know, boy, just the praise don't make sense no more. Why they praise? That ain't the Holy Spirit. This ain't even the real Sabbath. Next thing you know, you just going. And you don't do deliverance like that. You just everything wrong. Wow. Yeah, you right, brother. Yeah. The word said, agree with your adversaries what? Quickly. Enjoy the other side. Because the lake will be hot. All right, we're about done. Go ahead.
And had thereby brought him into a calamitous condition.
Who brought him into a calamitous condition? Eve. Y'all hear that? You take your husband into a calamitous condition if you don't stand guard. Y'all, man, I be seeing y'all. I watch sisters. Let me tell you, I watch y'all because I be seeing them down the lane. I can tell, yep, you be in the zone. Jesus. Blood of Jesus. Blood of Jesus. The one to come out, just say blood of Jesus in the air. See if they come out of it. They don't even hear it. I'm trying to help some of y'all break these habits, man, and realize that you have opened the door. You have given Satan a foothold in your life. Do y'all hear me? Yes, sir. I'm trying to talk to you. You'll be off the path in a minute. Let me tell you something. Watch this. Sister Jasmine Roberts, how long Brother Best been here? At least a week and a few days or something, right? You know what Brother Best said to me? It seemed like the brothers get along better than what?
Sister.
Yep. People in their own zone. So you can't hide it. You can look busy. You can look like we doing something, but I'm just telling y'all, you can get mad all you want, best. I don't give a flying. Because it's true. We're going to be men in here. We're going to be men. That's right. We're going to rule righteously. And we're going to get wickedness out of Israel. Y'all hear me? That's what we're going to do. See, I'm trying to tell y'all for a reason. Because guess what? Don't play the game. Don't go take the Passover. You know that you ain't got love in your heart. See, I'm trying to tell you, because Paul said some have gotten sick and some have even died. See, I'm telling you, when people see, I tell you this, because these new people, we ain't had no conversation. Have I ever had a conversation with you about that? The sisters don't even get along. Have me and you ever had that conversation? Do you understand? I told you. So he just like me, he watch. See, when you been where you been, you better watch. You just walk down the street. Oh, okay. You better watch. I'm telling you, look, see, because we talking about the origin of what Satan knew he could do. Did Adam turn away from that foolishness?
No.
When he was, not by Eve, I'm talking when Satan approached him. Did he?
He was conscious.
He was conscious of that wicked thought. Did he say? Did we read that?
Yeah, about the wicked conscience. That's why he ran away.
That's why he went out of the way.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Right.
And when it came down to his wife, who was made to be a helpmeet, who he had dominion, who he had authority over, who he was supposed to rule over, who was supposed to help him to establish, was able to get into Adam.
Yep.
He was able to stand firm against Satan. See, that's why I be watching. See, that's what I know. See, that's why I told JT, I said, your biggest downfall, brother, will be women. I said, when you read the book of Kings, I said, I've been in the King. I'm telling JT this. So I've been in the book of Kings. Boy, it was some men getting took down. Y'all hear me? What took Samson down?
Woman.
Women.
Do you hear that? A woman took Samson down, strong as you was. Gave his strength to a woman.
She was patient.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they know how to be patient. A woman, where you out, boy? You? Well, no, I don't get tangled up with no woman, brother. You hear me? I already know what it is. So I ain't gonna have no conversation. Well, I told JT that I know if you ask what's wrong with me, but I don't have no conversation with you. If you come there with them tights on, won't stand up there all close, asking questions, talk to JT. Go and talk to him. He in the world, talk to him. I don't know nothing. Yeah. How much it cost? How much it cost, JT? Straight up. You gotta be proactive, right?
Yes, sir.
It ain't that if I talk to her what she gonna give me, but I'm trying to tell you where you gotta be. In your mind. That's gotta be a daily thing you gotta be conscious of daily. Because you know what, Satan is looking to get you where you let your guard down. It's like I'm telling you, women, you got to be conscious of your thought, your mind, how Satan have you feeling about people, how he have you thinking about your sisters. Where ain't nothing there. Nothing is there, but you think about your sister like somebody done did something to you. It's a shame when you leave and you gone and you realize that all that was just in my mind. Duh. Right? It been in your mind. But because you feel all that, just whatever comes in your mind, you feel everything. Ain't nobody even tripping off you. That man was not looking at you. I think he loved me. No, he don't. You be going, I've been seeing women get all in a hole, just a mess. Trying to get fixed up. This dude ain't even thought about you one time. Getting yourself all fixed up. And maybe if I walk by there today, I walk by his office. Now, what are you doing? What are you doing? I thought maybe you... No, not at all. It was all in your mind.
Wow.
Y'all hear me? Let us stand. Where you go? I want y'all to hear this. We got to understand Yah's Torah through His Spirit so that we start to be set apart. You hear me? That we be a peculiar people doing Yah's desires. Go to the next one. In this Israel, we can be a nation of kings and priests. We can be that because we building strictly on what we know we are supposed to be doing. It ain't no guesswork. Go ahead, bro. Y'all understand this? Do y'all?
Yes, sir.
See, about me, see, I'm at the point where I say I'm going to preach Yah's word because I know it's life. See, I got to get down in them deep crevices where you just too foolish. Too foolish to make a decision for your own self to do right. Too foolish to cast down the things that ain't supposed to be in your life. Too foolish to see that you're about to be misled. So you got to at some point, because even in this, part 2, it make me ask myself, where am I being weak at? You hear me? Yep. Men?
Yes, sir.
You got to ask yourself, where am I being weak? Because see, in being strong, then y'all can use you to the full intent. To the fullest. See how Dad come do it? Come weaken me up. Daddy, you trying to preach strong this over here? Y'all do good tonight. And serve y'all. Love y'all. Take your strength away, boy. But it's an understanding that I want y'all to walk. See, this I told you. I said, was y'all ready? Because I asked it for a serious purpose. Why? Because I want you to walk away from this teaching understanding. Did you get understanding, Sister Jazz Rock?
Yes, sir.
Sandra, did you? So next time when you get married and start having children, son.
Oh my God.
I said, all that you be putting on me. But it's an understanding, fellas. This is what I'm talking about. I'm trying to keep your feet. And guess what? You don't need no more than this. You don't need a whole bunch. Because we don't receive what we're supposed to receive right here. Was this a bunch, Brother Miguel? Was it enough?
It was enough. A bunch of simple.
You look at this, I mean, this is so much instruction. You got to sit still. See, what you ought to do is go back to part 1.
Yes, sir.
Then look exactly how y'all is leading you in part 2. Because see, then guess what? The next part, that's where we open up the books. We got to open up why we are doing what we're doing to the fullest extent. Then some of these other things, which part 3 ain't going to be, I don't think we're going to have to do something different. You're going to have to miss out on part 3. But you ain't Israel, so you definitely don't understand that. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Y'all on YouTube be blessed. I don't know if the camera already stopped. But peace and the love of y'all be to your home. We thank you for stopping in and listening to part 2 of Men and They Helpmeet. And we'll see you soon. Shabbat shalom.